That kind of willful ignorance means that so many items can end up in the items we eat, some of them very harmful. But a lot of times, weird things are used in our food that have some kind of benefit. They sound worse than they are, but usually there's a reason for their existence. Here we take a look at some odd secret ingredients in popular foods. Welcome to Top 10 Event YouTube channel. Subscribe, like and bell the notification button to get new videos. Top 10 secret ingredients in everyday food. Processed bread have a substance made from human hair. Flour, yeast, water. It doesn't get much more simple than that, and from dough to finished product, these baked goods don't have any room for funny business. Unless you count the human hair that's in many loaves of processed commercial bread. There's an amino acid in many of them called L-cysteine, and it's derived from human hair. Gross, yeah. L-cysteine is in these breads to prolong shelf. Number 2. Many beers have dried fish bladder in them. There are lots of variations on the recipe, but the overwhelming majority of beers consist of hops, yeast, water, and grains. Well, sometimes there's dead fish bladders used. Pardon? Yes, it's true, and it's also a little controversial, as many folks who count on beer to be vegetarian. It's called isinglass formally, and it's a kind of gelatin derived from the swim bladder of a fish. It's been used in many beers to filter out impurities and to make your beer brighter looking and less hazy. Life, which is crucial. Number 3. Coal tar used in sweeteners. A Johns Hopkins researcher named Konstantin Filberg was working on finding different uses for coal tar, of all things. Coal tar is a super thick liquid that's left over after coal production. Filberg got some on his hands and thought the best idea was to taste it. It was exponentially sweeter than sugar, and his discovery led to the creation of saccharin. Filberg soon opened factories to make more of the sweet. Number 4. Gelatin is made with bones. Think of all the squishy, jiggly foods you have enjoyed in your life. Gummy worms, marshmallows, jello, all of these things have that texture and mouthfeel that's very distinctive. And the substance that makes those fun foods so much fun is gelatin. You're eating a byproduct of cartilage, skin, and bones of animals like pigs and cows. It sounds grosser than it really is, but it's actually showing respect by using the entire animal after getting the meat, and it's really healthy, containing 18 amino acids. Number 5. Wendy's chili has sand in it. Of the main fast food chains, Wendy's is the only one to offer chili, and it's a pretty serviceable chili, we must say. But while you're topping your baked potato, also rare at fast food joints, with it, you should know that there might be sand in it. Yes, sand. Silica, the substance keeps things like your chili from clumping together into a congealed mess. But it's also used to make cement and glass, though it's a different grade of silica. All in all, it's not much different from the sand on the beach. Number 6. Lots of canned goods have BPA in them. BPA, or bisphenol A, was a chemical present in many baby products up until recent years. BPA is a building block in the creation of many plastics and linings. It was also linked to cancer and other kinds of birth defect. The Center for Environmental Health bought canned food from all sorts of locations in 2017, including supermarkets and dollar stores, and found that 40% of them still contained the harmful chemical. It's shocking that almost half canned goods contained such a dangerous substance. Number 7. Red velvet cake mix and many other red foods are made with ground-up beetles. If you've ever tried to make a solid red cake icing or red cake mix, you know that you usually just end up with something pink. It's so hard to get that solid red coloring when attempting to make a red food, but thankfully science got ahead of that problem a long time ago. They just didn't tell you that one of the best ways to get that color is to crush up some bugs. Cochineal dye is the technical term for it, but that ingredient is a byproduct of bugs. Dried and crushed up red velvet cake, sausages, and even candy can contain cochineal dye. Number 8. So many foods have sawdust in them. That's right. The anti-caking agents found in so many foods are derived from cellulose, which is a kind of plant fiber. One of the main sources of plant fiber is ground up wood pulp. It would be one thing if it added nutrition, but cellulose passes right through our bodies without being absorbed,